We talking rom-com, we talking action, we talking drama and movie classics. Whatever you want, yo, we have it. Cause we talking movies on the podcast. So I married a film critic. So I married a film critic. So I married a film critic. Hey honey, I just want to talk about the movie like casually. You don't have to bring up the cinematography. Honestly, let's just talk about like how the characters were fun. Married a film critic. So I married a film critic.
Welcome to So I Married a Film Critic, a discussion between a professional film critic and lecturer and me, his wife of over 20 years, who just likes to watch movies for fun. I'm your co-host, Julia.
Hey everyone, this is Barry the Film Critic.
And tonight we decided to watch Point Break.
Well, you may have decided to watch it. I live this movie. Every time I watch it, it's a way of life. It's a way of being. It's a way of thinking.
Wow, thanks, Keanu.
No, I'm all about Bodhi. I want to join this bank robbing, skydiving, surfing cult as soon as possible.
Oh, okay. Yes. Well, but you sounded like Keanu.
Well, everyone in this movie kind of sounds a little bit like Keanu, let's be honest.
Whoa. Sounds awesome.
I've seen this movie too many times to count. You the same way?
Yeah, same. I don't even know how many times I've seen it.
But you didn't grow up with it. I did.
No.
This is a high school movie for me. You didn't see it till You Married Me?
What year?
This came out summer of 91.
No, I was 11 years old. My parents were not letting me watch Point Break.
Why on earth not?
Would we let our almost 11-year-old watch this movie?
That's a valid point.
Okay.
I'm not letting her watch this movie ever. You're never watching this movie.
I mean, she could watch it eventually, but it's
No,
not for
no.
It's
No.
not for kids.
Not for children.
And you were a teenager
Yes, I was.
when it came out, so
I was about 14, yeah.
yeah. So that if I had been a teenager, I'm sure I would have seen it.
Got to see it at the Holiday Theater in Kahului, where the Bank of Hawaii is now, next to Koho's. And seeing this movie on the big screen was pretty magical, I gotta say.
What year did Speed come out?
94, 3 years later. This is the first time
Okay, that's
Keanu
the
was...
one I
yeah.
saw with my family.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Not Point Break.
Yeah, and how old were you when you saw that?
Like 15.
Oh, too young!
Maybe.
But your parents let you see that one, didn't they?
I don't know. It was on, I think it was in a hotel room. We probably talked about this on our Speed episode, but it was in a hotel room. We were on vacation. And I remember my parents were like, all right, we only really have time to watch half, and then you guys have to go to bed. But, there was no way we were turning that off.
No, absolutely not.
So, but I'm sure it would have been similar with this, but I'm the oldest, so there was no way we were all going to be watching Point Break together.
This is the movie that made me a lifelong devotee of Kathryn Bigelow.
Yeah.
I became such a fan of hers that when I remember the first time I ever taught a film class in 2006 at the University of Colorado Springs. I remember talking about, I asked my class, okay, name all the directors you know who are women. And no one, I think I had one person like Jane Campion. And I wrote down Kathryn Bigelow's name, and no one knew who that was. And then the year after that, The Hurt Locker came out. And she won the Academy Award for that film, won Best Picture. But there was a period where she was kind of a cult figure. And it had to do with this film, it had to do with a vampire movie she did called Near Dark. Saying all of it might be an exaggeration, but no, I'm going to say it. All of her movies are about male masculinity. They are about tribes, about who your tribe is, about which tribe you belong to versus which tribe you're actually a part of. There's a thematic connecting point with all of her films, even though they're all very different. And, she made an action movie prior to this with Jamie Lee Curtis called Blue Steel, which is about a cop who falls in love with this man who she doesn't realize is the serial killer she's been chasing.
Oh, spoiler!
Well, if you see the poster or the trailer, you'll know that's what the movie's about.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so Blue Steel, she was making a bunch of action movies, but this was the one that really pulled me in. And then, we could talk about her subsequent movies. But there's something really special about this movie, and I think it has a lot to do with her because, let's just face it, in the wrong hands, this is one of the dopiest screenplays. It's so dumb. The film is so logic impaired, but I think there's poetry in this movie, and it has everything to do with her approach, and because Keanu Reeves is being paired with an actor who took the role of Bodhi, could have been so ridiculous, and you're like, yeah, man, I want to skydive with this guy without a parachute.
Totally. He's like a quintessential cult leader, but he also makes sense, kind of.
Kind of.
You know, where you're like, yeah, man, like I could totally rock with this guy.
I mean, I've met so many guys like this where I live. In the town of Paia in particular, there's so many Bodhis down there. But this dude, I get it. I look in his eyes, I'm like, yes, I will put on a mask of a dead president and rob a bank with you right after we surf and skydive.
Yeah. I mean, kind of a fun, if you're going to be a criminal, this is a fun
Might as
way
well make
to
it
do
fun.
it.
That's
Exactly.
right. It's all about fun, kids. You don't need all that Bonnie and Clyde onks. No. Have fun with it. Have a hobby.
Yeah.
Do stuff.
Yeah. All right. Start us off.
In the opening scene of the movie, we're immediately contrasting the two worlds. We've got Bodhi's tribe. We've got Bodhi, who at this point, we don't know exactly what he's up with. We just know that he's a surfer and he leads a pack of surfers. We see them surfing in slow motion, and it's contrasted with the world of Johnny Utah. Johnny Utah is played by Keanu Reeves. This is Keanu Reeves after Parenthood, after Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and a couple of dramas no one even remembers that he was in. So at this point, he was known primarily for comedies playing dudes. So he's typecast as a dude here. Johnny Utah, however, is an FBI agent, and we see him in the rain at a shooting range. Mm-hmm. So it's very poetic. It's very cool. The use of slow motion is beautiful, whether we contrast the surfing or the shootout. What I love about this opening scene, though...
So they're both wet.
Yeah. They're both wet. Very good, Jules. No wonder you were watching that scene by scene while we were watching frame by frame. So we see that Johnny Utah is an excellent shot even when it's pouring down rain. I don't know why they would have an archery even open on a day like today.
An archery? A shooting range.
Shooting range. Sorry.
Not Robin Hood.
In the days of yore, at the shooting range. So Johnny Utah, he's excellent with a gun, and he gets all of his targets. And one of the guys overseeing this session goes, 100% Utah! That's the first line in the movie. And I thought, oh, that's perfect. Because on the one hand, he's saying, 100% Utah. But that could be the title of the movie, like, 100% Utah.
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze, Keanu Reeves in 100% Utah. Rated R. Starts Friday.
I don't even think I realized that was the first line.
That's
of
the opening
movie.
line of the movie. Like, wow, that's a
bold choice for a screenwriter.
Yeah.
To just write that down.
And I don't know why the state of Utah hasn't made that their thing, like on their license plate. State of Utah, 100% Utah.
Yes, they should. I'm gonna petition that, even though I don't live there. All right.
They're like, another email about 100% Utah. We're so sick of this.
So now do we see Johnny at the FBI headquarters?
Yes.
Okay. And his partner,
Played by Gary Busey.
yeah, wow. Gary Busey is like,
He's on fire in this movie.
he doesn't want this new guy.
Yes.
I think he's over new people.
And we find that it's out because he meets his new partner to be while he's in training at a swimming pool. And it's established that Gary Busey's character is already a bit of a loose cannon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Well, if you cast Gary Busey, are you hoping for him to be like the straight guy?
I want a restrained, understated performance from Busey.
All right, let's get into this plot a little bit. So, Johnny Utah, he's a former quarterback with Ohio State. He is now in the FBI, and when he gets assigned to Gary Busey, Agent Papas, they're investigating a string of bank robberies.
Papas in Utah.
Yeah. And they're called the ex-presidents, these bank robbers.
Because they wear rubber masks of ex-presidents, and they do these half-assed impressions of them during the bank robbery. I've never been so entertained being a hostage in a bank robbery before.
I know. So we have Ronald Reagan, Jimmy Carter, Richard Nixon, and Lyndon B. Johnson.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
Which is funny. Like, really? You didn't want to have, the first president or
You figure because you're robbing a bank, you should probably have, Washington, Lincoln.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah. Instead, we get some Nixon impressions. Like, oh, this is great. Like
I am not a crook.
My father would find this hilarious. Oh, it was terrible. They had guns, but their impersonations were spot on.
Yeah. I was at a bank today and it got robbed, but wow, it was a great show.
I mean, those guys are talented.
I thought I might die, but
Worth it.
I had fun. The thing with these guys, with the ex-presidents, that they never rob the vault. They demand only cash from the tellers. And so they're gone within 90 seconds.
I love this detail because it's like, yeah, then they're gone. We don't know where they are.
Like ghosts.
They have like a very specific sort of code. It's like, okay, this is how the vampires in Bigelow's Near Dark were described. It's like they have, like they're, on the one hand, what they do is completely unethical, but they're not above having a code, not above having a system. They have a modus operandi that's consistent. That's fascinating because these bank robberies, yeah, they're very slick, but it's contrasted with their goofy performance art.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fact that they stopped to moon the camera on the way out. So it's like it's a cross between like Dog Day Afternoon and Revenge of the Nerds somehow.
So what I like about Keanu Reeves' performance here is he's so earnest and he's like talking to Papas and he's like, I know you have a theory. Like, I know you think that I don't know anything, but like you've been studying these guys. What's your theory? And he's like, all right, fine. I think they're surfers. I think that they only do their robberies during a certain time of the year. And I think they follow the waves, man. I think they follow the waves. And they're just trying to fund their surfing lifestyle.
And meanwhile, in the real world, this is where Utah would go, I want to request a new partner because I have this burnt out middle-aged man who is telling me that sex wax is a genuinely legitimate clue to follow these bank robbers on, not to mention the fact that a tan line is somehow, this breaking bit of evidence in this case. It's so absurd, and I love that the film goes, that's a lead, man.
So he tells Utah, you're going to infiltrate the surfing community.
Yeah.
You're going to learn how to surf.
Yeah.
And
wouldn't it be funnier if Gary Busey was the one who had to infiltrate the surfing community?
it would be funnier.
Gary Busey's out there, trying to surf, and Lori Petty's like, no, this is how you really surf. And yeah, it was all about getting them. Keanu Reeves is strictly just like the guy in the car with the binoculars.
That would be the comedy version of this movie.
But the film is barely removed from that. That's what I love about this film. It walks a very thin line between parody and legitimate movie.
I know, but nobody wants to see Gary Busey in a wetsuit.
You speak for yourself. This film always is somewhere between a parody and a drama about a masculine environment, about how to matriculate in masculine environment. Because there's also something very feminine about both Johnny Utah and Bodhi. They have a very strange dynamic between the two of them. We'll get into that later.
Okay. He buys a surfboard, Johnny Utah, and he goes and he meets Lori Petty somehow.
Yes, she sees how bad a surfer is and she rescues him.
Yes, that's right. So he's trying to surf and she's like, what are you doing? Gonna get yourself killed. And she is like, get away from me. Like, yeah. So he does a little bit of sleuthing over at the FBI headquarters and finds out that her parents died tragically.
Yeah.
And so he manipulates her emotions to get her to teach him how to surf. I know. This is a typical man. Just manipulating women to get what they want.
It's like the plot of Obsession without the black magic and less surfing.
Yeah, because he tells her, doesn't he tell her that his parents died in a car accident? And then, she's just, the look on her face is like, oh man, my parents both died when I was young. All right, now he's just pulled on her heartstrings, and so now she's going to teach him how to surf. And then they fall in love. Okay, do you think there's anything to her appearance in the movie being a little bit more masculine?
Well, I will disagree with you about that, but I'd be one of the very few people who writes about film professionally who doesn't agree with that. A lot of people think this film is homoerotic. This film deals with...
Well, I didn't think that.
Oh, no. Yeah, many of you have said, and it's you could either take this as an observation or just take it as is. Let's face it, Keanu Reeves has a lot greater chemistry in this with Swayze than he does with Petty. And there is more of an intimation of more than just friendship between Swayze and Reeves in this. You don't think that Johnny is kind of in love with Bodhi.
Not in a sexual way.
Perhaps not in a sexual way, but I mean, it's more than just like an obsession. It's more than just a friendship. You know, like there's...
Okay, because there's something
it's
about...
on a soulful level, okay?
Yeah, I would...
It's like the waves, you know? It breaks and it splits up, but then it reforms, you know?
Oh, that's so deep.
Like I look into his eyes and that's how I feel, man. It's like my soul, it's bursting, but then it forms into a perfect set.
Okay. I will say, because Bodhi
and Lori Petty's character, they have identical haircuts. They do. So
Bodhi and...
Oh, I'm sorry, not Bodhi. No. Johnny Utah.
Yes.
And Lori Petty.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, especially the scenes where they're lying in bed together. It's like...
they look identical.
Yeah, which is interesting
That's
choice.
why I'm bringing it up, is because you talked about how you thought Reeves and Swayze
Yes.
are not feminine, but not totally masculine.
I think feminine is fair, and it's not. And I don't mean that to be insulting, because this movie is about a very macho world, but at the same time,
They're in touch with their feelings.
yeah, man,
They're totally in touch with them.
touchy-feely surfer bank robbing FBI agents.
The only reason I'm bringing up Lori Petty's look is because when you said you thought the guys were more feminine, I'm like, oh, that's interesting, because then maybe that they are balancing that with making her a little bit more masculine.
It's interesting, because Lori Petty is beautiful. She is.
I'm not saying she's not.
I'm not saying she's not either. I'm
Yeah.
just the contrast being that the dudes in this movie are also beautiful.
Yes.
There's no ugly people in this movie.
Well, it's typically no.
Are you talking about Pappas? How dare you?
No.
He just wants 2 hoagies. He just wants Utah to give him 2 hoagies. What's wrong with that? Why are you judging him? Just because he wears tight-fitting Aloha shirts and he's running around eating hoagies, chasing after Keanu Reeves and watching him with binoculars, doesn't... Okay, you're right.
All right. So back to Johnny Utah manipulating Tyler. Which, okay, that's her name.
Mm-hmm.
It's a masculine name.
Yeah. We can keep talking about this.
Okay, I'm just saying. All right.
I'm just saying, look, I'm neutral about it because, for one thing, I don't know, the sexual politics of this movie, or even the, what do you want to call it, homoerotic overtones, or the way the film is reversing gender expectations, I kind of don't care about it. It is there as subtext and it's interesting. I don't know if it's intentional. I don't know if it's unintentional. I don't care. I think this movie... For me, the thing that's so fascinating is this script is stupid, but it's been directed like a poet.
Yeah.
This is like a stupid B movie from the 1950s directed by Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
It's that I'm totally serious. Like, I am obviously enamored. I'm as enamored in this movie as Johnny Utah is with Bodhi, okay?
Yeah.
That's how much I love this film, and it's because the movie is freaking dumb, but it's made by an artist. Like, this movie, it doesn't have a bad frame in it. It's gorgeous. It is not because the director was with James Cameron at the time. He was out making T2. This was her thing.
I would never give James Cameron credit for
How
this
dare
movie.
you for taking credit away from Kathryn Bigelow?
I would never do that.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay. I don't care about the sexual politics either, but since you brought it up, that's why I was commenting.
Well, no, I appreciate you being the one to bring it up too, because it is people, when they write about this film, it is a big source of conversation, and that's fine, because I think, for the last 30 or so years, we've been talking about the plot of this movie, which is, I don't think, as interesting as how it's not the specifics of the story, it's how this story is told.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful film. It's a thrilling movie made by one of the greatest living action directors, who happens to be a woman.
Okay. I was going to say, I think anybody would be intrigued or enamored with Patrick Swayze. I don't care what...
No,
character.
he was that kind of...
I don't care what character he's playing. You know what I mean?
Well, he was that kind of icon.
I think he just has that pull, that magnetic pull with the audience through the camera that... You're like, yeah, of course you're going to go rob banks with him and surf around the world.
One of my favorite Saturday Night Live sketches of all time, because he was a great host. He hosted SNL. And there's a skit where he's riding a horse in slow motion, and he's got long hair, and it's, and it's like in the wind is blowing in his hair. And you see how one of his best friends feels about him, so that suddenly it's Patrick Swayze riding a horse in slow motion like an Adonis, and suddenly Chris Farley is behind him and he's holding on to him, like pressing his head against his back. It's the funniest thing, but it's like, yeah, he's one of those guys. Like, he's like a Brad Pitt, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So now Tyler introduces Utah to Bodhi and his gang of guys. So we have Roach, Gromit, and Nathaniel. I'm not gonna remember who's who.
Well, yeah, there's some of these guys. John Philbin is in the ensemble, and John Philbin. Let me pull that up real quick. He plays Nathaniel. John Philbin, he's the real deal. So this guy, the story I know about him, and I know people who've surfed with him and know him and love him. He used to live on Oahu. I guess he lives elsewhere now. He still works in the film industry. So John Philbin was an actor in this movie called North Shore. And he basically went to do this movie and never left North Shore. And he continued to have an acting career. He became like a surfing guru. People have surfed with him. He used to teach surfing lessons. He is in the movie Soul Surfer. It's not the only film of that type that he's in. So he's somebody who lives the life. He's very much a Bodhi-like character in real life. But he's a really nice cat. I had the chance to talk with him briefly when I was a part of ScreenGeeks.com. We were trying to pull in actors to talk about North Shore, and he was willing to talk to me about North Shore. Incredibly nice guy. I've only heard like the best stuff about him. And you see him in this movie, and he's a murderous surfing, skydiving bank robber.
Yeah. All right. So even Johnny is like not suspecting these guys right away.
Which is hilarious because, of course, these are the guys. Of course, it's these guys.
Well, the script takes us to another band of surfers that do beat him up.
Yes, and one of them is played by Anthony Kiedis of Red Hot Chili Peppers, so I guess it's like, all right. But they don't seem united.
I know, but he suspects them. They get all these hair samples, and then it's like there's going to be a raid, an FBI raid, because they are like doing drugs and stuff. And so they are criminals.
But it is this interesting thing, whereas the guys who get the FBI raid, who are the bad guys, the Red Hot Chili Pepper guys, those guys, there's no brotherhood. It's just a bunch of criminals.
Yes.
The movie's making a contrast immediately, like the Soul Surfers.
There's like good bad guys and bad guys.
Yeah, there's bad guys and there's bad guys. That could have been a line in the movie or the title of the film.
Oh my gosh. But like we see that Johnny Utah kind of heads up this raid and all these people die and everything. And then
we skipped over some stuff, didn't we? Like I think we skipped over, let's see.
Well, they do play football together. He plays football with Bodhi's guys.
He plays football with Bodhi's guys, yeah. And I thought that was just the funniest thing that he doesn't realize it's these dudes. But I got to say, like, my first impression of Bodhi, and I think the reason why even I would get pulled into this guy, he gives off Jim Morrison vibes. The lead singer of The Doors. Mm-hmm. He's like that. Mm-hmm. He's a beautiful specimen, but like the poetry out of this guy, he always has some really thoughtful, earthy throwaway line, you know?
Okay, but the one thing I've always loved about you is you don't get taken in by cult type leaders.
Well, because I grew up around them. I've encountered so many cult members in my life.
You're suspicious of everyone.
Yes, of course. Yes.
So you're saying you wouldn't be suspicious of Bodhi?
I would be taken aback by a guy who looks like an Adonis, but has, from what we see, a sweetness. He seems sweet.
Okay.
You know?
Like genuine.
Yes. The scene where he and Keanu are carrying their surfboards back to their cars and they're just talking, it's like, this like there's something, again, I would use the word tender to describe the back and forth. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we don't get a lot of backstory on Bodhi, do we?
Not at all, which is fine.
We don't know him at all.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So my father worked in a Halloween store. He sold Halloween masks. And
he forced me to wear presidential masks when I was a kid.
He fell out of a plane and, And then one day I took up surfing. So I decided to combine all those things.
Yeah, your childhood trauma all into one life.
We haven't talked about John C. McGinley in this movie yet, have we?
Oh my gosh, I love him.
He is hilarious in this movie, and I love characters with no sense of humor, and that's who he's playing in this. That's why he's so fantastic, because nothing in this movie, like everything in this movie is amusing, and nothing amuses this guy, and I love it. I love characters like this. Like the character he plays in Office Space, it could be the same character. McKinley was very famous for playing very intense characters. That's one of the reasons Oliver Stone cast him in multiple things. I love him. I think he's wonderful, and he's so funny in this.
These are some of the things that he says, like, "You're a real Blue Flame special, aren't you, son?" This one I can't say.
Don't say. Just skip it.
And he's like, "Do you think the taxpayers would like it, Utah, if they knew that you were paying a federal agent to surf and pick up girls?"
I love when he says, "Does anybody here have anything remotely interesting to tell me today?" And Utah's like, "I caught my first tube today, sir."
It's like, "Over the last 2 weeks, you two have produced exactly squat. And then he's like, "You know nothing. In fact, you know less than nothing."
That's the big. Go ahead. Oh, wait. No, don't read that one. Okay. The biggest laughs in this movie are intentional, which is, I think, one of the reasons why this film works. People have called it a guilty pleasure and a cult film. Like, no. This film was a hit when it came out. You could call it a guilty pleasure, except I think it works. But let me ask you something immediately. So this is important. Now, either Keanu Reeves' performance is actually great, or his doofy charisma has just grown on me. I see this character as like Spicoli from Fast Times meets John McClane.
Oh.
Aloha, Mr. Hands. I am an FBI agent. Like I see like a correlation of those two ideas. The more I visit this film, and I wonder, is it just because Keanu Reeves? What happened? I think 10 years ago, we just started loving this guy. When did that happen? Because I used to have to defend him all the time. I had a poster of Feeling Minnesota in my college dorm. I'm like, "Hey, did you guys see The Last Time I Committed Suicide? Have you seen My Own Private Idaho? Oh, Keanu Reeves. Oh, he's terrible. Oh, he can't act." And now it's like, everybody loves this guy.
Yeah.
When? Because John Wick is awesome. It is. But it's like, it's insane that like John Wick, certainly the second one, which is a masterpiece, and then Bill and Ted 3, and then Toy Story 4. He just did a bunch of movies in a row that everybody loved and got behind, and now it's like, oh yeah, man, Keanu Reeves is one of my favorites. Where were you guys in the 90s?
I know. I don't actually think this is a great performance.
Yeah, but I want to ask you, like,
yeah.
Okay, so like not a great performance, but do you think he works in this film, or is he just miscast?
No, I think it totally works.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I think it probably is because of what you said. That now we just look at him like so endearing, and we just like his persona, man.
But the thing is, because like this, I agree with you. This is not an example of great acting on his part. It's the character is kind of doofy, but the fact that he's supposed to be young and naive,
yes,
that works. The casting works.
I think everybody else around him is doing a great job.
And in that way too, like the character, even though the character is the lead, the movie's title at one point was actually Johnny Utah. I'm glad they got rid of that. But apparently, he's playing. It's a very reactionary character, where it's like, it's not so much about this character, but how this character is reacting to everybody else. But I would make an argument that the movies I mentioned, My Own Private Idaho, River's Edge, especially this movie he did for Sam Raimi called The Gift, I think in the right circumstances,
that movie,
he is amazing. In the right circumstances, Reeves isn't just great. I mean, he could really nail a character. He could be terrific. But there are a series of performances like this and Little Buddha where it's like, okay, we could see him kind of struggling with the material or just looking kind of goofy. Mm-hmm. But does it just work here? Because the character is, that's the need of the character.
Yeah, I think it does just work here.
Because, is there anybody else who could be as good? Because you know what? The movie that obviously ripped this off is The Fast and the Furious. Paul Walker is playing Johnny Utah.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's as good as Johnny Utah as Keanu Reeves is playing Johnny Utah. And for that matter, I don't think Vin Diesel's Dominic Toretto is anywhere near as interesting as Bodhi.
Could Paul Walker have played this character?
Yes.
Yeah.
He could have, but I don't see it being as good. But but it's not even he could have. He did. The Fast and the Furious is a ripoff of Point Break.
Wow.
It's Point Break with cars, and all the soulfulness is gone. But that idea of like we're a family.
Yeah, the family thing.
Yeah, it's there. It's totally there.
I know.
They try philosophically to be that, but it's about guys trying to rip off cars.
Yeah, but they don't have the heart and the soul of Bodhi.
I think the fans would disagree with you.
I know.
What do they call the fans of Fast and Furious? Faffas? Like what is the name of the Fast and Furious cult?
Do you want me to Google it?
I kind of want to know what it is because I want to join. Actually, I know somebody who's a part of that cult and probably created it himself.
All right, let's see. Furious fans or Fast fans?
I think Furious fans works. I think Fast fans doesn't work. That's like a fan of anything that's not slow.
Yeah.
Fast food, fast living.
Hashtag Fast family.
Fast family. That sounds like a family that doesn't eat.
Part of the Fast family? Oh, you don't eat? Are you intermittent fasting?
No, man, we love Vin Diesel. Did you see the one in space? Oh, that's cool, because my family, we just don't eat food. Did you see Tokyo Drift? It was wicked! Fast family, hashtag. Anyway, those movies are crap. Point Break is poetry.
Okay,
I said it.
all right. All right, so we have the raid gone bad. Okay.
And this is great. Tom Sizemore has a single scene cameo. He's the one who stepped forward like, I've been here for months.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
I've
like
been undercover trying to get these guys and you ruined it.
he kills it. It's one scene and he's
I
so
had to dye
intense.
my hair.
He looks like he's been through hell watching his whole operation get ruined by this young punk. I love it. Like it's
Yeah.
like I love it when any actor like and this became a prominent actor, who did a lot of work. But I love what Sizemore does here. It's a great scene.
Okay, so now we have this scene where, so Papa's has this line where he's like, they're ghosts, man. These ex-presidents.
Let me stop you there for just a second. The original title of this movie.
Surfing ghosts.
No.
Oh. Ghost surfers.
No, but I'm loving this.
Okay.
You need to TM that right now. So it was the original working title of the film. The first title they came up with was Riders on the Storm.
No.
Which is the name of a song by The Doors. Now, the title, I think the title works. I think it's really cool. But the song is about a serial killer.
Oh.
So it doesn't work. Even though it was written, it was by Jim Morrison, who I think, Morrison and Bodhi are similar.
Storm surfers.
Storm Surfers. That sounds like a Twister sequel.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So they're ghosts, man.
Yeah, they're ghosts. So Utah watches Bodhi's group surf, and he begins to suspect that they are the ex-presidents, noting how close of a group they are, and the way one of them moons the other surfers in the same manner. And he has that, Papa's voice in his head, like, they're ghosts, man.
I love it. He sees the guy's butt, and he's like, wait a second.
I've seen that moon somewhere before, that full moon.
I mean, I've seen some Columbo episodes. I've never seen that being like, that's the clue that solves the case. I love it so much. Hey, you guys, you seen this butt? I mean, wait, hold on a second. Go back. Wait a minute.
It's like, I'm going to have to...
Hold on. Go closer on the curves.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Wait a minute. Guys, I got it. Look at his butt, guys.
If this movie was made today, you know that it would be like, digitally enhance his ass right now. Come on. That's what they'd be doing.
Of course.
So he tells Papa's, I think it's these guys, okay? And Papa's is like, well, the season is coming to an end soon, so we only have one more chance to catch them in the act. And so this is where they wait in their car, do a stakeout.
Yeah.
But then Papa's wants food. And
Utah, give me two.
They totally miss the whole thing, which is so funny.
It would be a funny moment in a comedy, the way they're in the background running into the bank with the masks on, the machine guns, they're like la 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 in the foreground. Yeah.
Yeah. It is a funny. It is funny.
It is.
So then when they leave, they go on a foot chase. Okay, no, they go on a car chase and then a foot chase.
Yeah.
This is a very long.
It's brilliant. So the house raid that we talked about earlier, there's no music in it, which is one of the things that makes it so intense. When there's a fight between Keanu Reeves and one of the assailants, he's trying to push his head into a lawnmower.
Yeah.
And it's thrilling because it's just the ambient noise. There's no dun 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 dun. There's no music telling you how you should be feeling.
Wrong show.
Oh, it was Magnum PI.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. I thought there was something else. Okay, never mind. So, like, what is that? So, yeah, so the house raid has no music. There's music during this foot chase, but it's done with handheld cameras, or the illusion of handheld cameras. And when the pursuit goes into these back alleyways through people's homes.
Oh my gosh.
It's tour de force stuff because handheld cameras and digital cameras were all in their infancy at this point. At this point, like, you do these scenes, you're figuring out a way to get these big, fat, cumbersome cameras in these tight spaces. Not to mention, like, it's meant to be the POV of someone who's running like they're on fire.
These camera guys must have been jacked to be able to do this.
I mean, they're running in someone's backyard. A dog leaps on them. They're leaping over things. I mean, it's thrilling stuff.
Utah gets a knee injury. Like, he falls and messes up his knee again, the one that he had injured in football. And so Bodhi is wearing the mask, so he escapes.
Yes.
But Bodhi now knows that
we get a close up of his
is,
Ronald Reagan knows what's up with Johnny Utah.
Yeah. So he knows now. Mm-hmm. So then there's a campfire that night, and it's confirmed that Bodhi and his gang are the ex-presidents. And Tyler discovers that Utah has an FBI badge and angrily terminates their relationship. I mean, wouldn't you feel like...
if all this time you were an FBI agent?
Yeah, and I was undercover and I never told you.
That checks.
Would you be mad? Would you leave me?
I'd be like, well, first of all, can we delete the footage? And if we can,
what footage?
All the surveillance footage you have on me.
Oh no, I'm not surveilling you.
Oh, you're just an FBI agent in general?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm undercover. It's it's like Utah wasn't surveilling Tyler.
Yeah.
He was after Bodhi.
Oh, okay. Oh, so in this situation, you're Tyler.
Yes.
Oh, I'm Tyler.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Wow. Well, first of all, my hair is too long to be Tyler. Wow, so I just got to go back to the surf shop and just suck it up. That kind of sucks because she doesn't have a lot going on. She has been strung along with Bodhi and his crew. She meets Utah.
Yeah, because she dated Bodhi.
Right, she dated. Yeah, so she's in love with Utah. Mm-hmm. And this is like another dead end in her life that hasn't really gone anywhere. So I think she sees a future in this guy that suddenly she doesn't have. So that'd be a bummer.
Yeah.
I'd be bummed out.
You would.
Yeah, I would.
If I was like, I'm making a big arrest tonight. Yeah, sorry I didn't tell you.
Yeah. Although I'd be like, oh, so it's not just the podcast? You have government benefits? Oh, y'all hang in there. You make government cheese? Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a separate account that I have. You have no access.
I've been living in poverty. You're like, you go in jets? Really? Helicopters? Wow.
I know. Okay, so after this, though, Bodhi coerces Utah into skydiving.
Yeah, this is a plot hole. But at the same time, you get rid of this, you get rid of one of the most amazing parts of the movie. So I'm glad it's in there. Again, it's like at the screenplay level, this thing is dumb. Cinematically, it's
amazing.
Awesome. It's so awesome. On the big screen, this was amazing, I gotta say. Yeah.
Because Patrick Swayze does his own jumps.
Yeah. Later on in the movie, I don't want to jump to that moment, but I do want to mention the image. There's a shot in the film, the last skydiving scene, where Swayze is looking in the camera. He's sitting on the ledge of a plane. And he goes, adios, amigos! and he just falls backwards, and the camera watches him fall what looks like a mile. It's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in a movie, let alone on a big screen. It was awesome. But yeah, to your point, we see Swayze, like he's doing like Baryshnikov moves in the air, spinning around. It's so beautiful, and it's obviously him. Whereas, when you've got Keanu Reeves, he's obviously in front of a blue screen and a big fan going, "This is amazing!"
Yeah. You can totally tell he's not really
Which is
doing
fine.
it.
It's fine. It's totally fine. You're not Tom Cruise. You don't have the insurance that Cruise has when he played Ethan Hunt. And it's fine because whenever they cut to Swayze and the other actors, I mean, they're just like doing incredible things.
Yeah. It's like skydiving ballet.
It's beautiful, and it's meant to be beautiful. And it's interesting because, like, in these moments, like, oh yeah, like this is a thriller about a law enforcer chasing bank robbers.
Yeah.
All that goes out the
now we're
window.
skydiving.
But that's I think that's the point Bigelow is making. It's like, look, like of course Utah is terrible at this because, I mean, look at what the distraction is. The distraction is the lifestyle. Bodhi has created this lifestyle. It's like, yeah, we're criminals, we break the law, but isn't this fun?
So after that initial jump, Bodhi reveals that he knows Utah is an FBI agent and has arranged for his friend Rosie, a non-surfing thug, to hold Tyler hostage to blackmail him into assisting the ex-presidents with their last bank robbery of the summer.
I love this so much because the way he presents it is like, okay, man, this is going to sting a little. I love it. It's not like, okay, man, we know that you... No, it's like, okay.
I know this is going to be hard for you. I'm going to walk you through it, but you're going to have to do it.
Just going to hit play. Just please don't hit me. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and then you see Tyler being held hostage. During this robbery, now they have Johnny Utah in a mask too, doing the robbery, and they decide to...
Doesn't he tell him there's no mask for you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's no mask for him.
You're
yeah.
right. There's no mask for him.
They should have given him Abe Lincoln. I wanted to see Keanu Reeves rock Abe Lincoln.
Oh, that would have been fun. But they don't have an extra mask.
Stick it up! 7 years ago! Give me your money!
So during the robbery, they decide to infiltrate the vault, causing them to take longer than normal. Why do you think they do that?
I think Bodhi, this is going to be his last score, and I think he's pushing it to the absolute limit like he usually does. I got to say, even talking about him, I realize Bodhi is a cult leader and a really good one.
Yeah, I know. Is he one of the only cult leaders that you would be tempted to follow?
Let's see. Bodhi and whoever invented Chips Ahoy. That guy.
Like Willy Wonka?
Yeah. Wherever you want me to go, Mr. Wonka, I will follow you to the ends of the earth. Into Valhalla we go.
Because he is also psychotic.
Completely psychotic. In fact, between Willy Wonka and Bodhi, I'm going to take my chances with Bodhi, the bank robber.
Yeah. Okay, so one of Bodhi's guys is killed when an off-duty police officer and the bank security guards attempt to foil the robbery. Mm-hmm. So the robbers kill the officer and security guard and then abandon Utah. So Utah is arrested for robbery, and then this is where he gets yelled at again by what's his face.
By John C. McGinley.
Yeah. Which is pretty funny.
But that it becomes the moment where Gary Busey knocks him out.
Yeah. He punches him out and vows to bring Bodhi and himself. So Papa's and Utah, he doesn't take Johnny to jail. They go to the airport where Bodhi and the other two guys are about to leave for Mexico. And there's a shootout, and Papas and Nathaniel are killed, and Roach is seriously wounded. I mean, that's sad that Papas dies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It's like everybody dies except for Bodhi and Utah.
Yes. It's tragic.
It is tragic. It's like a Shakespeare play.
Wow. No, it's not, Julia. How dare you? This is not Shakespeare.
I'm just kidding.
You know what? If we're going to talk about it that way, there are Homeric qualities. There are classic elements of Greek.
Oh, is this like the Odyssey?
Yes, there's like elements of Greek theater, of classic conflicts between human struggle. But no, it's not Shakespeare.
Oh, okay. So Bodhi forces...
Utah, give me 2 versus to be or not to be. That is the question.
Bodhi forces Utah onto the plane at gunpoint, and then once they're airborne and over their intended drop zone, Bodhi and Roach put on their parachutes and jump from the plane. So they leave Utah just on the plane by himself with the there's a pilot, right?
There's
Yeah.
a pilot
We
and
never
a gun.
Yeah.
So he leaves the pilot. Utah grabs the gun, jumps out of the plane.
With no parachute.
Yeah, I love this so much because even in the theater, we were laughing.
Oh,
I remember,
you were?
Oh, I was laughing so hard. Like, what? He jumped with a gun. Because, what's great, and I love the way Reeves plays it, because really there's no justifying this on a character level. No way to justify, okay, so he's so angry, he jumps out of the plane without a parachute to catch the guy he's angry at. But that's what he plays, like, he's like punching the plane. Oh, I'm so angry. Oh, he grabs the gun, jumps out of the plane.
Yeah.
And he's flying down to get him like Peter Pan, and he puts the gun to his head. And of course, Bodhi's like, pull the chute. I'm not going to do it. Pull the chute. It's bananas.
Yeah. It's like they're both just going to kill themselves right there.
Yeah.
Unless Utah drops the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which he does, of course. So
When Bodhi says do something, you do it.
they land safely, surprisingly. But Utah's knee gives out again, allowing Bodhi to escape. And so...
It's a very convenient plot device, this knee, that sometimes works, sometimes does not.
Yeah. I was like, wow, he learned how to surf and everything, and his knee never bothered him.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Okay, all right, movie.
All right, Bodhi escapes with that Rosie guy who frees Tyler. And Tyler and Utah are like in the desert without any transportation, like hugging and kissing. I'm like, wow, how did they get out of there?
If anything, it feels like the movie's about to fade to black and that's it. And I'm really glad that's not the case because I love what comes next. This is one of my favorite things about this movie. Okay,
9 months later.
9 months later, and now Keanu Reeves has his Bill and Ted hair. He's got long hair. He's looking like he belongs in Bodhi's tribe. Clearly the time has made him, he's become one with the one he's pursuing. So he meets up with them, he meets up with Bodhi in Australia.
Yeah, at Bells Beach, Australia, where there's the record-breaking storm is producing lethal waves. This is the event Bodhi had talked about, calling it the 50-year storm. He had talked about it in California, and so Utah was like, I know where he's going to be. I'm going to go track him down. So they both are standing on the beach together, and Utah tells him, like, it's over. You're coming with me. And Bodhi's like, let me just ride this wave.
Come on, man. One last ride. One last wave. Yeah, I love it so much.
Yeah.
And Johnny Utah, astonishingly, because I would think, no, the hell that this guy put him through, you're going to put him in the car. You're going to, put him, you're going to put the cuffs on him, and you're going to have him pulled away by the cops as the waves are happening behind him, which I think would have been agonizing. But instead, no, it's like, yeah, okay, all right. And so he undoes his cuffs and basically lets him do himself.
Yeah, because he knows he's not going to make it.
Or does he?
I don't think he survives that.
Because I always thought, you know what? Point Break 2, it's where it turns out Bodhi is still among us. There's been Bodhi sightings. There's been bank robberies. He updated. He's now a Clinton mask, a Bush mask. He's robbing banks, and he's surfing.
Okay, but before we get to that, Utah just throws his badge into the ocean. Is he just quitting now because he let this guy go?
He's just littering because he drops one of the presidential masks, and he also drops his badge. Like, he's just littering the Australian coast. That's not cool, man.
I know, but is he saying, I know I messed up by letting him go, so I'm resigning now? Is that what he's saying?
I guess. And he's also giving someone the opportunity to take his badge and impersonate a police officer. He's doing that too. So good on you, Johnny Utah.
Okay. So that's the end. If there was a sequel, who would play Bodhi?
That's an easy thing to answer. For one thing, this movie, there's never been a sequel, but not only has it been ripped off, Fast and Furious, but they remade this film in 2015.
Oh.
And it blows. It really blows. Yeah. It's not good.
It totally blows, man.
They updated it to be extreme sports. So
it's not surfing?
A little bit of surfing. There's a lot of skydiving. There's the guys in the squirrel suits flying through canyons.
Oh, okay.
And I got to say, because I saw it in the theater, and yeah, that stuff looks great. But the other stuff, respectfully, I don't even remember who the director's name is, but whoever directed the 2015 Point Break, it's not the same thing. They're taking it seriously as a cop movie. And that's the mistake, because the original Point Break, it doesn't really work in that genre. It works as, an action movie, but as I said, like it's taking it serious only to a point. Whereas the remake is, it's Edgar Ramirez and Luke Bracey, Teresa Palmer. Yeah, it's.
I don't know who any of these people are. I know who Delroy Lindo is.
You know what? And with all due respect, because those are good actors, I bet they're really happy you don't recognize it. Like, oh, okay, good. We're gonna come back. No one's gonna know about Point Break 2015. Yeah,
find your breaking point.
Yeah, the trailer for it is all you need to know. It's a good looking movie, but it's mechanical. It has no heart. The characters have no resonance. It's one of these movies, like I would happily watch the trailer to it again, because that's where the excitement is. It's a good looking movie, but it's not like the original. It doesn't have that pull to it at all. The original, this movie I'm still thinking about, the remake of Point Break 2015. I forgot about it a moment after I walked out of the theater.
I didn't even know that they had made that. Okay.
It's not great.
So I'm just saying, if they brought Keanu Reeves back.
That makes sense. So let's see. At that point, it'd be.
What if instead? Okay,
Johnny Utah, Johnny Mnemonic, Johnny Wick. Yeah.
Okay, because all right, we can't have Bodhi.
Bodhi's gone.
Yeah, we can't have Bodhi. What if we
Swayze.
find out that he has a son?
If Bodhi has a son?
Yeah,
I think that's a given. Yeah.
Okay. Somewhere, he probably wasn't shy about,
About what?
procreating.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's,
He went there.
there's a son out there somewhere, and he decides.
Well, remember the clue that led him to it was sex wax. So
Okay.
multifaceted.
So this is the sequel. All right. He learns about the lore of his dad, and he decides to start up the ex-presidents again.
Oh, that's interesting. So
Yeah.
he's just a regular surfer, and somebody, no, dude, your dad was like.
He's
amazing.
like a legend. And to get close to his dad, he's like, yeah, I'm going to rob some banks.
Wow, that's an interesting take.
Yeah. And then Keanu Reeves is brought back in, and he's like, I can't believe I'm doing this again.
So it's about the cult of Bodhi. I like it. No, that's
Yeah.
an interesting idea. I would just call that movie Bodhi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no Patrick Swayze, so it's I wouldn't want there to be another Bodhi, someone else playing that role,
And that's something that we talked about when we spoke about Ghost, which, by the way, was the movie he did right before this, which is insane. But there's, it's not just because he's gone. I miss him. I think we all do if you're fans of Swayze. But the thing about him was there's just something about him that was unmatchable, which is why when they've remade and sequelized Dirty Dancing, it's no, it's not the guy. When they did The Outsiders as a series, every time they've done something that Swayze originated, it's he had something no one else does. And by the way, he played another cult leader rather, in a movie called Donnie Darko, where he's a blatant cult leader, and he's extraordinary in that. Yeah, there's just something about what he did in this movie. It's just you probably could have found an actor who's a little less green than Keanu Reeves, but again, that's the character he was playing, and it's contrasted with this guy who always had an older brother vibe.
Ooh, and then Johnny Utah is the Papas guy, and he's training another Johnny Utah.
Be interesting to see.
Whoa!
To see, it'd be interesting to see Johnny Utah as burnt out as Papas.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, where he's like, oh, I can't believe it. I thought I was retired.
Dude, you chase him. I'm going to be in the car.
Yeah. You're going to learn how to surf this time. My knee is totally jacked.
Can I tell you my favorite line in this whole movie? I look forward to it every time I revisit it. There's a part where Bodhi and Johnny Utah are getting into a fight with the other surf tribe at the beach.
Yeah.
And Bodhi addresses one of them by their name. And he goes, back off, war child. Seriously.
War child. I know.
I love it. He's like, back off, war child. Seriously.
Seriously. Back off. And war child is like, does he back off? I don't remember.
What, punches him in the face.
Oh, yeah. No. So he doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, when your name is War Child, I don't.
And Lori Petty's character, Tyler, has a line that I thought, this could also be a title of the movie. One of her, to describe Bodhi and his crew, she calls them macho a-holes with a death wish. Like, oh, that's a great alternate title right there.
Patrick Swayze in Macho A-Holes with a Death Wish.
Rated R. Starts Friday.
All right. Well, do you have any final thoughts?
This
How
is
many stars?
This is a 4-star movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, and it's a weird thing because I know it's goofy. I know the quotable dialogue is campy, but I've never seen this movie as campy. I think it's a beautiful film. I think it's when I talk about movies that like deal with masculinity, I know most people would rather deal with Top Gun. I'd rather deal with this movie because I think the dynamics are more interesting, especially because it's about these earthy dudes versus these suit and tie warriors. I think that's a really interesting contrast. And I know it's a silly film, but this is what happens when you have an artist take on B-movie material. I think it's a special film. It's one of my favorite summer movies.
All right. We should watch another Kathryn Bigelow movie.
You got it. I mean, my two favorites from her top of the list is Zero Dark 30,
Okay.
which I think is a perfect film.
I liked that one.
And then a film that's hard to recommend because it's got a really rough patch of it, but it's called Strange Days. That's Ralph Fiennes, Angela Bassett, my favorite Angela Bassett performance, and Juliette Lewis. That's a film that's set in the future. It's a brilliant movie, but the violence is rough.
I thought that she did that Gina Davis action film.
That's Rennie Harlan. You're talking about The Long Kiss Goodnight. That's a great movie. Yeah.
For a while, I thought she did that, and I wanted to see it because of that. But I'd still watch that one.
She did K-19, The Widowmaker, a submarine movie with Harrison Ford and Liam Neeson.
Ooh,
She her body of work is interesting.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that.
I just remember Harrison Ford being interviewed, and he was like telling the interviewer the title, and he couldn't stop laughing. He said, K-19, The Widowmaker.
It is kind of a silly title.
It's not the greatest title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any final thoughts?
Back off, War Child. Seriously.
Right. All right. Well, that concludes our discussion of Point Break.